It's been 2 months since I reviewed issue 6 of Justice League Infinity. Now for recap, Ultimate Darkseid and Wonder Woman kissing was a thing. Justice League and Earth D Justice League are fighting Amazo and Overman in the Mirror Realm and are very much losing, including Superman dying. And here we start off in the Mirror Realm with a narration from Batman telling us that, like I said, they are losing. And when you're part of the Justice League, you always expect to win. However, right now, in this very moment, that's not really going well for them. Instead, we get quick panels of different worlds being destroyed and its residents, granting goodness on Apokolips, Kilowog, Katma, and Kyle on Mogo, who all die. We also even see Earth with heroes like Green Arrow, Blue Beetle, Big Barda, and Doctor Fate, who all die. And then, things get even worse. Not only Earths are being destroyed, every single thing ever to exist is. Except for the Mirror Realm, which is the last thing. While a lot of the heroes are already dead and are unable to be saved, John Stewart does manage to create a green bubble around him, Wonder Woman, Batman, the Flash Martian Manhunter, making them the only 5 living things in the entire of everything, just existence, the only 5 living things left. And the team is falling apart, with even Superman dead. John says that his ring will only be able to protect them for so long, and that it's running out of power. And when that happens, they will die too. But Batman is the one who brings hope. Knowing if Superman was here, he would see that there must be another way out of here. And we get narration from Batman, how he feels like he's, in a weird way, self-conscious of being on the League, since he has no powers, and a reason why he stayed a part-timer is because, in ways, he feels useless to the team. But as Martian Manhunter explains, he had previously been connected to the Oracle, who explained to him that when it came down to the time when crisis would happen, that somebody would have to save the world, or multiverse, and that person Martian Manhunter had believed was going to be Superman. However, now that he's gone, and I mean gone, he didn't even just, no longer exist, he actually got murdered last issue, it turns out that he sees that Oracle truly meant was Wonder Woman. And as the team is running out of time, we learn the truth. When Darkseid died, he put the life equation in Wonder Woman, the only thing that's capable of rebooting the multiverse, which Martian Manhunter activates. However, when he does, it's killing Diana, as it's too much for her to handle. But by instinct, Batman puts out his hand to help Diana disperse it. With Green Lantern, the Flash, and Martian Manhunter all dying now, leaving only the 2 of them left. And then Amazo appears, the evil one, ready to kill them both, only to be saved by the good Amazo, our golden boy Amazo, who somehow survived. I'm not entirely sure how that happened, but he did. And kills the evil one. Therefore, it gives enough time for Wonder Woman and Batman to do what they have to do. Restoring the multiverse and bringing back everyone, including those who actually died, like Earthy, Hawkman, Superman, and Hawkgirl. And then they go their separate ways, with the multiverse being saved. And then the book's conclusion is them celebrating, having a party with the League now being very happy that they're alive, as they remember everything, which is actually very different when it comes down to these things typically happening in comics, because whenever everyone dies because of a crisis, no one usually remembers. Just some around everyone does, which is one thing about kind of concerning. Like, how are people gonna, process that? Anyways, Wonder Woman and Batman have a moment on the balcony talking. And we also see that John and Vixen have a true breakup after she learned that John still holds feelings for Hawkgirl. We also see that on Earth X, Overman is finally paying for his crimes, and Amazo survived the destruction, as in the good Amazo, not the evil one, who he does reform in order to talk with, saying that he can help him find out who he is without, murdering everybody. And then the comic ends with the League going off to face a group of mutant gorillas led by Gorilla Grodd. I thought this was cute, an emotional ending. However, I feel as if you really want a more action-packed ending of the series, you'll most likely be disappointed. Personally, I was more in depth with the idea of the character development of Batman and Wonder Woman, which we got to see here, so I'm good for it. As a fan of the WonderBat relationship from the Justice League Unlimited show, I'm glad to have gotten some closure along with other relationships like they had with Vixen and John. And I also like that Wonder Woman was the one that saved the multiverse, as I thought Superman would have been too obvious. However, I feel as if you're a Superman fan, and specifically this version of the character, you might be a bit disappointed by his end due to the fact that he's actually not really a part of it, due to the fact that he was already dead. However, the character, in my opinion, though, had some great moments in the earlier issues, so perhaps it won't be an issue of certain fans. Although this comic came out like a year ago, and I'm pretty late on it, so I could, of course, just be talking about stuff that no one cares about anymore. except for myself, because I, of course, care about it because I read it. Personally, I really like this comic, and I think if you're a Batman Wonder Woman fan and ship them together, you'll love this comic. If you're a fan of the Vixen John Stewart relationship, maybe not so much since they break up. However, I feel like their breakup was done very well, and I like that it didn't make either of them come across unlikable. Instead, I thought they both came across as very respectful. And I thought both came across very, very much like adults and mature. So I was happy to see that, because sometimes relationships in comics can be very messy to the point where you're just like, you're adults, not teenagers. Like, I get it with Spider-Man, because he is an actual teenager, so if he makes some weird whole misunderstanding type of situation, I get it. But when Batman does, it's a little like, that's a little weird. And like when other heroes do it, it's like, it's a little weird in my opinion. And that's it. Like always, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye.